This is our Spring Boot project, which is configured for Keycloak and Spring Security. Since this code is going to be same, almost same for all the APIs that we are going to develop in our as microservices, I'm going to convert this project into a jar file so that it can be reused by importing it into our APIs. So let me show you what classes we have here. There are two main important classes. The first one is configuration class. In here we have four annotations. In this one is an important annotation which gives us method level authorization with rules, and this method is used for role mapping, and this method is used for accessing properties defined in application.properties file, and this method is used for session authentication strategy. And here we configure HTTP object, and here we need to note down that we have to configure CORS HTTP for CORS, and here I have given authorize request and request permit all, but even though it is permit all, we are going to authorize all the requests at the rest controller methods. Now here is the web config class, and this web config class is used to allow all origins. Okay, now I will create a jar out of it. Before that, let me show you the POM. In our POM, we have Spring Boot Start Parent of 2.5.6 version, and this is going to be the same for all our APIs. And here we have defined two properties on Java, and one another is version for Keycloak Adapter. This is dependency for Keycloak Adapter, and here we have dependencies for Keycloak Startup, Spring Boot Security, and Web. And then we have built plugins here, and I have put the execution configuration here so that I get two jars, one executable jar and another non-executable jar. The non-executable jar will be used for adding as dependency in other projects, other API developments. Now I will run as maven clean, and then do a maven install. Now in the target folder we have two jars, one is executable jar, one is non-executable jar. We are going to copy the non-executable jar onto the desktop, and now we are going to make some changes to this jar. So let me rename it to .zip and change some things. Now I will delete this application.properties file and go to my main folder, and then I will delete this maven folder. Okay, and then I will go to Keycloak and POC, and I will delete this main application class. Okay, now what we have left is these two configuration classes and then a main folder with information, some info. And then let me rename it again to a jar. So this is our jar that we are going to use as dependency in other API development. Now let me remove this project from here, and let me get a Spring Starter project. Okay, let me give some names in artifact ID, description as same, packaging as jar, and shower version as 8. Let me generate. So I have got the I got the project, Spring Boot Start project, and I will just copy it to the desktop. Now let me import this project into the Eclipse. Import existing maven project, browse desktop, SCM. Okay, select finish. So I imported a simple Spring Boot Start project. We have nothing but a simple application class here, and the POM is almost empty. Let me remove this test dependency, and let me remove this folder too. Okay, now we need to follow some instructions to import our jar into our Spring Boot Start project. The first one would be the download jar, but we already have a jar, and then second would be add this jar to our build path. So this is our jar, and I'm going to add it to our build path. Configure build path, change it to JRE, and then add external jars. So here is our Keycloak dependency. Open, apply, and close. So I've added the Keycloak dependency jar. Now the next thing that we need to do would be add this invoice. Second is over. Now copy the following to our application.properties. This is the configuration for Keycloak, so we'll be adding it here. And then after that we need to add this line in our main class so that Spring can scan keycloak.poc, scan the classes in keycloak.poc package that we have imported. See, here is our keycloak.poc package, and in here we have two configuration classes. This is the dependency that we just added into our build path. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is add this code to pom.xml. Okay, now let me go to pom.xml and remove this parent class and add this, copy this code. Okay, now let me click on maven update. Okay, now I'll add a new subfolder to this dot c. Okay, let me add. Now I will add a class which would be REST controller class. We will have the REST control methods here. I already have some methods, so I will just copy them here. Okay, let's just add the annotation for REST controller. Okay, so REST controller is done. Now let me run this application. See, I have given a port. I decided the port for running the Spring Boot application as 880, so it will run on 880. And now I will run this application. Okay, port 880 is already in use. So let me change to another port 881 and then run our application on 881. Okay, our application is up and running. Now we go to, let me open a new incognito tab, localhost. I'll go to an endpoint 881 mod API 1. So it says that not found. So maybe the error is due to I have not defined the packages to scan here. So our restaurant controller sits in sim.sim.sim. Now let me run this again. Okay, now if I go to this endpoint, okay, before that we need to know that the Keycloak server should be up and running, and then after that I will go to this URL 8081. Yeah, if I go to this URL, it will ask for, it will redirect to login page of Keycloak, and let me enter some u, and u is a user of role user, and if I sign in, it shows me that for be done, because this mod API1 is an endpoint that can only be accessed by roles users with role moderator. So if I use this endpoint, then we can access, see the user that I logged in with had a role of user, so we can access this endpoint. And then we have another user, another endpoint that is anon, and it is accessible for everybody, so anybody can access this endpoint. That's it.